Hello, Oregon. I'm Kasha Hall here in the Oregonian newsroom at OregonLive.com. Thanks for joining me for the first episode of CrimeTime News in 2015. Here are your week's top crime stories. 3 suspects arrested in connection with the December 12th gang-related shooting outside Rosemary Anderson High School entered not guilty pleas Wednesday to grand jury indictments. 4 students were wounded during the shooting. 16-year-old Marquise DeAngelo Murphy was indicted on 27 charges. 18-year-old Markel Dugas was indicted on 28 charges, and Murphy's older brother, 22-year-old Lonzo Murphy, was indicted on 30 charges. The 16-year-old will be prosecuted as an adult for Measure 11 offenses. The Marion County Sheriff's Office is investigating whether the remains of a man found in a field near Turner are those of fugitive Paul Winklebleck. Winklebleck has been the subject of America's Most Wanted and sought in connection with the 2010 kidnapping of 2 women from Portland's Old Town. Both women were able to break free and seek help, and Winklebleck hasn't been seen since. Jared Weston Walter, who made national headlines for cutting and masturbating in women's hair on TriMet buses, was arrested again Tuesday by Oregon City Police. Walter, dubbed the TriMet Barber, was arrested after a 31-year-old woman who was in the check stand line at a Dollar Tree told police she felt something touching her back and turned around to find Walter with a pair of scissors in his hand. Emily Smith brings you the story of a Washington County sheriff's detective who watched a man at Starbucks reportedly download child pornography on the coffee shop's free wireless internet. Authorities arrested Robert Edward Dietz, who's a registered sex offender. The 59-year-old was arraigned Monday on 11 counts of first-degree encouraging child sex abuse. And finally, tonight, Steve Mays brings you the story of a one-sided romance that put Ross Duckworth behind bars. The 30-year-old worked as a pharmacy cashier at the Lake Oswego Safeway when he was caught stealing from the retailer. On Monday, he pleaded guilty to illegally activating gift cards to get money to buy things for a woman who feigned a romantic interest in him. He was sentenced to 15 days in jail and 2 years of probation as part of the plea deal. That's all I've got for you this week. Join me next week for another episode of CrimeTime News. Until then, you can keep checking the Oregonian and OregonLive.com for the latest on these stories and more.